welcome to my channel. I'm Mark, this is Mark's Mods, and today guys we're going to be doing our U96 build. So we are going to be doing stage 14 of build the U96. Now, a lot going on in this one. It seems to be the case, we get a few easy ones, and then we do get one where we've got quite a bit to do, and we are basically going to be working on the windlass gearbox, which is basically the anchor, as we might already know it. So we've got all that to do today. Install the motor, install it into the bow section, and then we get to test it at the end. So that's going to be really good fun. I'm looking forward to that one. Anyway, let's get started with today's build. So with all that said, let's get modelling. Okay guys, so here we go, stage 14. This should be an interesting one. We've been given quite a lot of parts in this one. So the first thing we need to do is we need this part here, and we need this cog here, and basically we need to put this cog onto there like so. Just double checking that's in the correct position. It is. This cog part here needs to go in like that. Okay. Now, next we need to bring over this housing bit, the lower gearbox cover, that's what it's called. And we're going to be placing this in. So this is just going to go in, more or less just like so. Okay, move that to one side. Next, we need this and we need this. They're calling this a thread stop lever. And what they want us to do is, this is threaded inside, and they want us to thread this all the way down. So let's do that. Okay, so that's gone all the way down into there. Next we need this housing bit, and we're going to be putting this on. Just turn this around, and this is literally going to sit in just like so. Okay, right, so everything's correct on that so far. If we bring back across our lower box, we're going to put this onto the top of this. Now I'm just checking, making sure. So this is just going to push down into place. And gears are already connected, so that's great. Okay, put that to one side. The next piece is the upper gearbox cover. Here we go. And we've got some wires with some limit switches on. So I've dealt with these a lot. Spitfire, also the the cars as well for the lights inside. So these are the two limit switches. So what it wants us to do is, with this in the orientation that I've got it in, we want the black one, so the one with the black wire, that's going to go on just onto there like so, and he wants us to screw that in with a BP screw. There is a location tab on that one, so we'll get a BP screw. Now these are long screws, and we also got some of these BP screws in the last stage we did. So hopefully this is not too fiddly. Just lining it up and then putting the screw in. Okay, so that's gone into there, and then we're going to do the same with this red one with the red cable. That's going to go at the other side. Again, we'll secure this in with a BP screw. Okay, so they are in place. Fantastic. Next is if we bring our gearbox across that we've been working on, we're going to be basically putting this on top. Now I need to make sure that little gear thing there is facing upwards. So we're going to place this on top, just like so. That looks superb, I'm happy with that. And then we need to secure it down on this side with 2 BP screws. Sorry, DP screws. Okay, so again, these are quite long screws. This is the first one going in. Okay. Then I'll put the other one in at the other side, making sure everything's connected up, which it is. Okay. Right, so now the next one it says is if it isn't already positioned, turn the chain drum to the so that the stop lever 14.3 on the screw rod is to the left as indicated by the arrow, which mine is. Okay, so mine's correct. Fantastic. And then it does say the stop lever is in the correct position when its leading edge touches the limit switch with the red label. The front edge of the lever should now be level with the marking. Ah, right, so we've got a little notch and it won't start level with it. So just adjusted that slightly and it is now. Okay. Right, okay, that is that's quite genius. Okay, so it's level. Okay. Next what we need is our anchor chain. I kept it in the bag so it didn't get tangled up. So we're literally going to take this off. Going to pull this out and hopefully there's no tangling in it. And then what it's asking us to do, it wants us to get this hoop end and wants us to fit this over just like that. Now I'm going to get some glue ready for the next bit because I'm going to need some. So I went to the range the other day. They didn't have the smart glue in, which is a glue I prefer using because it's in like a smart tube. But they did have the brush on. And I still just like to take some out like that. Okay. So next we need this piece here. Now we need to glue the inner edge of this, but it just wants us to test fit it first of all. Now we've got a notch where the chain will come out. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So we just need to pop some glue on the inside of this. Okay. So now if I put this on, it will lock in place. Okay, so that is now glued in place. Now next we need the motor from stage 13, and if we turn this around, we're going to be putting the motor in, and it's going to go in like that. So the upper end of this circuit board is on top, and we need to screw that in with 2 BP screws. That's BP. I don't know why it picked up two of them, but it did. Now, before I put this in, I will put the wire onto the motor that I kept off last time. My reason for that was obviously storage, but it's easily to put in and out. Okay, that screw's not wanting to go in. And that's definitely a BP screw. It's lined up. Try it again. Guess it was going in at an angle. Ah, it's going in now. Okay, so that is in. I will get the wire. It's a smaller end, and we'll plug that in. Like I said, we do get to test this. Okay, so now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be installing this into the hull of the ship. Well, of the bow. We can call it a ship, but that's a good idea. Okay, so if we just bring this across. Okay, so the way that we're going to be putting this in is, it says to fit the gearbox assembly inside the hull, place it through the end of the hull as shown in the photo. So it wants us to put it through this end here, which is fine. So we're coming up. Okay. Then it says, through the end of the hull, insert the, as shown in the insert photo, the anchor chain passes over the hull connector and through an opening in the starboard bow. Right, so this little notch here, the chain is going to come over that and then going to come out of this hole. I'm going to do that now. Let me get some tweezers. Might go to the overhead camera for this one just so you can see what I'm doing. Grab that anchor chain. Okay, so I've got it. Now I'm going to find the end now of it. So I can pop this end through the hole. Right, that's got it. Okay. Right, so with that in place, I'm going to now try and guide in where this is going. I can kind of see where it's going to sit. So up. And down. Wow, okay. Right, that is in place. I'll show that on the build camera. So there we go, that is now in place. We need to screw that in with 2 DP screws. Okay. Now, I think I might have missed a step here in screwing in just at the top there. I think I might have missed a step there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this into place and then I'll screw that top bit down. I don't know how I missed that. Oh. pretty neat how they've done it, I've got to admit. Okay, so just in the top there, I haven't put any screws in there, and I can't remember it actually telling us to do that. So I'm just checking. No BP on the end. Yeah, BP. No, it has not told us to screw that in, even though it shows pictures of that screwed in. I'm just going to double check here to see if I made a mistake, because that's always possible. BP screws to screw in the... Okay. Take two big kit 13 with the motor and assemble it into the same kit. Turn the gear, assemble it over and fit the motor onto its 2 magnets and the back of the solid gearbox and find the motor on. Yeah, okay. Right. Right, so yes, I've missed a step. In step 9, it does tell us to screw 2 DP screws into there. My bad. So, yeah, I missed that one. So 2 DP screws just into the top. Can't believe I missed that. That's not good. I'm not too keen on how this whole assembly is moving freely as well. A bit of movement on it. Just tightening all the screws. I don't know if it's going to be secured in, it's going to be held in anymore with anything else. Right, okay, we've got that in place. That's all looking brilliantly. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to get our wire. I think I'm probably going to have to take these cable ties off now. Okay, so it says if you've not done so, connect the cable from the battery compartment into the socket on the test board. Insert the cable M3. Yep. M3 into the wide socket in the test board. Right. So this, which is M3, is going to go into there. I'm going to turn this over so you can see if this works. Now, as far as I know, them limit switches probably won't work. So it says press the left button. Press the left button on the PC test board. When it's kept depressed, the anchor chain should be reeled in. Oh, it is. Okay. And then I think if we test it to the other button, the right hand button on the circuit board can be pressed and held to drop the anchor chain. Yeah, that would work if, say, there was some gravity on it. So, but that is working. Okay. Can be used. Okay. Right, after testing, masking tape could be used to hold the anchor chain to the hull to save it from accidentally falling back through the hole. Right, so I'm going to retract this a little bit. Because that's just happened. Oh, Christ. Right, okay, that's doable. But that is the issue done. I'll do that off camera. Yeah, just fell into my own little world then. But I'll do that off camera. But that is this stage complete. So that is stage 14 done. Well guys, that's it for the U96. And I did rescue that anchor chain after I switched off the camera. It is in position now. Yeah, I had to take the screws out, move the mechanism out, and then put it back in. Bit of a nightmare, but it's masking taped in there now, and I'm happy with it. So, yeah, it's really gone well today. I thought that would be a lot harder than what it was when I was looking at the instructions, but then sometimes you find when you're going through these things, they're not half as bad as what you think they're going to be. So that was a nice one to do. And I do love building things like that. Building mechanisms that work. Yeah, just love it. Anyway, guys, if you like this video, please can give it a massive thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell and be notified of any future videos. But as for always, stay safe and bye for now.